town of Lowestoft in Suffolk. A group of guys threw on some chiffon catsuits, they backcombed their hair and created a very memorable sound.
13 years later, they're reforming, but minus an original member. No, sorry, Dave, I think the position's been filled.
Rock band The Darkness have probably always been a bit like Marmite.
Their hit record, I Believe in a Thing Called Love, divided music fans. You either loved them or hated them.
I think people were just afraid to be caught out by some kind of joke.
We didn't care what people thought. We still don't, to be honest. And I think that gets right up people's noses.
The band was born at the start of the new millennium when guitarist Dan watched his older brother Justin dancing in a pub and thought he would make a great frontman.
Justin is a terrific dancer. He just started acting out the song, and it was building up and building up. And then he completely ran out of ideas, so he just started doing star jumps. And he star jumped for the entire rest of the song, and so did the rest of the pub, and everyone was in stitches. And I just thought at that point, right, this is it. He's going to be the front man. We're just going to do this. And Justin could mimic Mariah Carey in her sort of 5 or 6 octave range. I think you might have
imagine that with exceptional dance ability. I mean, it's a miracle that I wasn't a child star, really. I'd blame my teeth, actually. I'd blame my dentist.
Together with bassist Frankie, the brothers started writing songs sat round a table in their tiny flat.
We like to think of ourselves as very pompously as knights of a musical round table. We also would call it the Table of Truth.
We felt like we belonged to a different era in terms of our musical values.
Part of the truth element of it is that if it was rubbish, you would...
be told.
Yeah.
So round the Table of Truth, how did I Believe in a Thing Called Love emerge?
Rock had become very introspective and negative and dealing with alienation. So we really wanted to escape from that. Capture something that was more euphoric.
I also felt that when people were talking about relationships in songs, they would speak of love, but they would never use the word love, because all these kids who were in bands were like, oh, love, and so I was sort of determined that would have love in the title.
I remember being very excited with the idea of cramming lots of words together in the chorus, so it was quite rappy in a way, you know.
The band decided they needed to create the right image to go along with their music.
People who were aspiring to sort of be in a band as the boy next door. There's a lot of people in anoraks performing on stage, and we didn't want to be the boy next door. We wanted to be the man who lives at the end of the road in the big house with the gates and drives the fast car. My vision of what a singer should wear has always been a one-piece. This costume is the catsuit I wore in the video for I Believe in a Thing Called Love. This is chiffon and leather. Our intention wasn't to shock, it was more to entertain.
I Believe in a Thing Called Love was recorded at this less than glamorous studio in Willesden, London.
At that point, the band still didn't have a record deal, so their album was self-funded with money Justin earned writing advertising jingles.
Including this one for IKEA. But with their live gigs building a huge fan base, record companies had to take notice. The Darkness finally released their debut album in 2003. It sold 1.5 million copies, and I Believe in a Thing Called Love became their biggest hit.
Maybe it's because it took us so long to get recognised that when it actually happened for us, we said yes to everything, you know, so our schedule for that kind of 2 or 3 year period was actually insane. We were broke for so long, it was fun to just have whatever you wanted any time of the day, night, so yeah, we pretty much lived to excess.
Completely burnt out, the Darkness split in 2006. But after just a few years apart, the band reformed. Now we've brought them back to play in the studio where their hit record first took shape. Joining them is new drummer Rufus Taylor, son of Queen's drummer Roger Taylor.
It's the perfect thing for me, and I love this genre of music, and I don't know another band doing it like this on the planet. I feel very fortunate.
See, now that we're newly rejuvenated with Rufus, it feels like the song has a new energy to it.
People love to try and sing along to it even when they can't. It's become a bit of a modern classic, really. We wouldn't be here today without it.
See, I loved that song. Guitar!
True Tremendous. Anyway, on that note, that's it for tonight. Our big thanks go to Simon, whose new book, Blame, is out now.
And tomorrow I'll be sharing the sofa with Nino Adia and Oscar-winning actor Mark Rylance. Very exciting.
One more
to see
time,
them.
high note.
Guitar!
Bye.
Bye!
From